Do I ever worry my streams are only good because I have sounds? Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, Jezro! Lasted almost a whole hour for Balatro. I, like, am aiming for 1 to 2 Balatro runs. That's what I'm aiming for. So last time, we took on a large landed UFO, which is why a lot of these wounds are here. Not because I took wounds on the mission, but because my soldiers were fatigued before I went to it. And then took a wound for going on a mission while fatigued. Rectify did take a large wound on the mission, but everybody else did not, which was impressive because I started the mission by immediately activating the command pod, which is not the right way to do it. Arguably. We're autopsying a mechtoid. We have an Illyrium generator on the way. Our hangars are good. Europe's a little iffy. I do wish they fixed the scroll bar for this game. Like, when you scroll, it scrolls more than... I don't know, it's just really weird. Anyway. The only thing I would change, everything else is flawless. Apparently I left without a mission. I'm to scan for Exalt on the 24th. Alright.
Contact detected.
We have some abductions in Egypt.
Bangs out. We lost the bubble.
XCOM 2 Black Market interface as the same scroll bar problem.
We have multiple reports of new abductions
in progress.
The locations are marked on the hologlobe.
That'll happen, I guess. This is the second abduction of December. It is, what day? Like the 16th, 17th, 18th. So that implies that we're only getting 3 this month. The barracks is running a little low on soldiers. Probably a decent moment to bring Bojangles. Oh, all my mechs are fatigued. Wait, 7 hours for a Valkyrie? Worth? I think worth.
Aircraft transfer complete.
Yes, I think so. Also means I can bring Emmeline. And I need some sort of rocket. Let's do it like this. Alright, cool. Other exciting news is that Titan armor is building, but it hasn't quite completed yet, so still none of that for us. So when I scroll down once, AP grenade should be at the top, right? But where's AP grenade? Now let's try again. Scroll down once. Wait, it's here. Okay, now scroll down again. Okay, okay, okay. Is it that I scroll too quickly? I'm confused. When I scroll down, is the thing always there every time? I guess it is. I don't think I realized that. Wait, no, it isn't. Wait, is it? Wait. That time I definitely scrolled over the auto laser, yeah? Auto rifle. Okay, the second time I did it, it worked though. Maybe it's something to do with how fast I'm scrolling? On testo! Polok. Okay, I don't know what language that is. I'm sorry, I don't speak it. Thank you for the raid! I'm trying to understand how the scroll bar works in this game. But I'm not sure that I ever will. Hope you're doing well! Okay, so maybe if you're mousing over that... Oh, it has to do with where your mouse is, I think. If I'm mousing over battle rifle when I scroll... No, battle rifle's at the top. I'm back to being confused again. I don't get it. Time to code the scroll bar simulator. I mean, we have to work out what's going on somehow. I think that's clear.
Touching down.
When's the last time I've been
dropping
kissed
just inside
on
the
the
Egyptian
cheek?
border.
Me or somebody else?
Current updates from the ground indicate the
Oh,
aliens
last
are
time I've been
moving within
kicked on the
city limits.
cheek.
We should get
Sorry,
down there
kissed
and
on the
secure
cheek.
area as quickly as we can.
Not that long ago. Can't remember specifically though.
Big Sky in position on approach of the abduction site. Strike 1 is awaiting drop clearance.
Copy that, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage hostile targets.
Ooh,
Watch your backs out there, people.
we get to do fighting. I love doing fighting.
Heading there now.
Do a little violence here. This is a good map for violence. Not a lot of cover. Not a lot of width. Mostly a lot of shooting.
Je me dirige vers la position.
Last time I got kicked, like, physically.
I'm on the move.
It may have been... The last time I did martial arts, which was... maybe like 10 years ago or something.
I've got my eyes on.
Got it covered.
And I was like... You know, I didn't even have the gear or anything. I just went to hang out with a friend who was doing it. And they taught me a few things. And they paired me up with someone who had a black belt. And the exercise was trying to keep distance from them using your leg. So you were like pushing off them with your leg, basically 90 degrees out from your hips. And so I was like, I mean, it's not exactly kicking, it's like pushing. But anyway, so we were doing that. And when it was my turn to stop him from approaching me with my leg, I fucking snapped like his ankle or something. Like, I was like, okay, so you're like a black belt, so like we're going hard here. Yeah, I'll just like stop you from approaching because that's the point of the exercise or whatever. And then he just like ankle rolled and he fell on the ground and didn't train for the rest of the day. And I have not done the martial arts since. I don't like hurting people. That's not my vibe. God, fucking hell. Found the Monster Train clip you're thinking of. It's from Filthy Robot's first time trying Monster Train and seeing that I cheated to start Ascension 25 right away. It's very funny. Jorbs cheating his way to first. So much revealed about his personality and values, the type of person he is. He might have fooled you with his countless tens of thousands he's raised for charity, the help channels he's put up for people, the resources he's provided for the community. But this is his true character right here. I always feel seen by Felfie.
Yes, Commander. Go hot. Go hot.
Okay, I mean, it was, I guess, a risky move. Assaults will do that.
Hostile pacified.
It's a fat rocket. You're not wrong.
On the move.
Throw the engineer in front to take all the damage. Uh-huh.
Smoke's in the air.
Send the engineer in to capture. Okay.
Ok, je bouge. Mettez-vous à couvert ici. Je mets le feu.
So that's why we build flamethrowers and research Jelly Delirium. Goodbye, floater pod.
I'm on it, Commander.
Okay, I don't know if this works. Feels like it should hit that one. That is fine.
Moving out. Aye, aye.
Where is the Fortnite stream? I watched the start of probably the not the most recent season of Fortnite, probably the one before that or something, I don't know. They ended the previous season with this concert you could watch online. They had big avatars of Snoop and I don't remember who else. Eminem and yeah, I don't remember who else. Oh, they had who was it? Fuck. Juice WRLD. They brought Juice WRLD back to life so that he could perform as an avatar for the Fortnite new season. It was kind of weird. But anyway.
Menace neutralisée.
We were watching this. I didn't want to, but you know.
Tir manqué.
We were watching this and we didn't actually have Fortnite, so we couldn't watch it via the Fortnite client, so we had to find a streamer who was streaming it. and watch it via that streamer, which was an opportunity for me to explain what I did, which was kind of cool. I got to be like, yeah, so this is like a streamer, etc., etc. He makes money from like people watching ads and donations, stuff like that.
Kill confirmed.
And the streamer kept plugging his wedding, and it was so weird. Like he was gonna live stream his wedding and he was getting everyone excited about watching it. God, it was so weird. Anyway. I hope it went well, I guess. I don't know. I hope he is now happily married.
That location.
Weird thing to live stream.
Dead and gone.
Hot take, probably.
No, man.
Yeah, I suggested that maybe it was weird to, like, have a digital avatar of someone who had died somewhat recently performing for the season launch of your video game. But a lot of people seem to think it was fine, and I don't know, like, apparently the guy played Fortnite, and presumably it was done with permission from his estate or whatever. I don't know, maybe it's fine. I don't know. It is very much a Black Mirror episode.
Okay.
But it sounded like it wasn't the worst version of the Black Mirror episode. I found that really weird.
Je rejoins la position.
Well, I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Je suis parti.
If Drake was okay with it, how could any of us object? Oh, did Drake weigh in on the situation? Drake is certainly a spokesperson for
On the move.
a certain part of our culture.
Let's rock.
On the move.
I'm trying to decide if I died and like XCOM 3 was coming out and they wanted to have a soldier voice pack for me in XCOM 3 or something like that. Not saying that they would, like, I'm not trying to say that I'm that important, but
Rolling.
just as a hypothetical to think about this.
Je suis en chemin.
I think I'd be okay with that. I would definitely be uncomfortable if it was advertised as a major selling point of the project. That would be uncomfortable for me.
Already there.
Does anyone want an XCOM 3? Of course!
Yes, sir.
How could you not want an XCOM 3? This game is sweet.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Roger. I've got my eyes on. Munitions en place.
Now that I've authorized it, you would suggest watching out for hit squads. Uh-oh.
That is not good.
Didn't they fire the whole team? Maybe somebody else will pick up the rights, I don't know.
They're trying to flank us.
What does clever girl mean in this context? Is my soldier, like, talking to the cyberdisk? Weird. Feels like a situation where I want to get all of the alloys. Like I'm trying to build whatever it's called. Titan armor. And it seems to require 1 billion alloys. So maybe we don't shoot a rocket here. Oh. Is there an upgraded version of the cyberdisk in late game? So all the enemies like level up, so the cyberdisks that we see will have more health points and stuff. But in terms of like if there's a cyberdisk that has 3 plates stacked on top of each other or whatever, the answer to that one is no. I guess, is that the voice back which calls them prawns? Maybe that soldier is just kind of not lucid at the moment. Selling stuff on the gray market doesn't do anything mechanically. I think there's like a narrative point that Exalt might be buying the stuff from the gray market, and that's how they get meld and everything.
Another one.
Yo,
Good work,
I just
Commander.
murdered them all. Wow. I thought it would take more than one turn of shooting. The assault did well there. Maybe we should bring assaults to missions more often. There was the part where I pulled the seeker pod. I guess that part was kind of bad.
And it paid off.
Yeah, honestly, the flamethrower did well there, and everyone else was kind of superfluous. Changed my mind. 22 alloys. That's nice.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Lets me start my third Titan armor. So I imagine that my late game armor stuff is going to be 3 flying suits, 2 Titan armors, and 3 mech suits. And then for the base assault, where we have 12 soldiers, probably we go 2 Aegis armor and 1 extra mech or something like that. No, I won't have 4 mechs by then. Well, we'll work something out. Is Canada still panicked? Life's not incredible in Canada right now. Tora is over. It is. You did notice that the shotgun was doing 12 to 17 damage every shot, which seems like a lot of damage. The chem grenade helped a lot with that, but yeah, it did well. Covert ops in 1 day. Lazar! And I need that so I can equip the neural gun link. We got a data recovery.
We are confident that you will handle this matter with discretion.
Okay, we'll bring one of the Pathfinders to this. Some sort of officer, and then all the assaults as usual. It's been a while since I did one of these. Yeah. Because I didn't even have alloy jacketed rounds last time I equipped this squad. Okay, explain this. When I put my mouse cursor here, it only goes up by 1 every time. You can't explain that. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. Oh, it stopped working again. Loves to scroll past the only item you're trying to find. So true. I think sharpshooter every time here. It's a little bit weird because with hit and run you don't really want the soldier to shoot enemies in full cover. But often the soldier is going to take one shot at an enemy I've uncovered with some sort of cover destruction, and then the second shot against an enemy who is either in cover or flying, I guess. I guess that's the idea. These first 3 perks don't make any sense, though. This is my observation. The soldier is mostly strong because it has hit and run. And good aim progression. Good aim progression actually counts for a lot. Oh yes, the giant gun part is certainly helpful. Fuck! Why? Alright, I have some sort of a team here. Next Exalt, I already marked as December 24th.
Dropship has arrived.
Our latest intelligence.
How OP would Heart be if it started with 3 artifacts?
Strike one is to provide whatever is
That would change the
necessary to
game
help
quite a bit.
operatives secure the Exalt data.
Operation Broken Priest. Phalanx on Neapolis. Neapolis has 8 base HP. And mobility is pretty good with these missions.
The data they'd acquired when Exalt forces moved into their AO. The encoder is currently shielding our transmitter's position, but if Exalt manages to hack the encoder, they'll be able to locate the transmitter. If they hack both, any hope we had of recovering the data intact will be lost.
I have already done this one once this campaign. General idea, I think just go through this door and start killing everything.
Move, move, move!
That's affirmative. Manos a la obra.
Moving out. Running. Double time.
Shallot.
Big Brother is online.
Just move your mouse to the top of the screen like you were playing. That's what JORBS Parasocial is for.
Heading out. Heads up. Enemies approaching. If our operative gets close
That
to
is a
access one of
sectoid
the
commander.
communications relays Exalt has nearby. They should be able to use the encryption keys from the intel to temporarily disable the enemy's comm system.
Voy.
Oh, that was an assault? Oh. Probably should have dashed then.
Afirmativo.
Double time.
Did I bring an arc thrower? I did not. No engineer on this one.
Time to kick this sucker off.
Yeah, to kick this sucker off. Time to kick this sucker off. Kick this sucker. Time. Time. Time kicking. Kicking sucker. Time. Off kick. Time sucker.
Yes, sir.
Hands. Imagine if you could just like reboot yourself once a day and then like you stopped feeling so tired and the things in your head started making more sense.
Confirming the designated position. Time to motor.
Sleep isn't real unless it's being monetized. People keep talking about it, but I haven't seen it in any of the investor reports.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we hack this, we hack that, we hack this, we hack... I kinda hope there's another. Yeah, that's true. Pokemon Sleep does exist. Is that Niantic? Is Niantic the Pokemon company? Oh, there's one here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
That should throw them off. It will take Exalt's people some time to get their communications back up and running.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The Pokemon company is the Pokemon company. Likely story.
Commander, we have an Exalt unit attempting to hack the encoder. If we don't prevent them from gaining access, they're going to find the transmitter's coordinates.
Okay. Exalt's been a great time this campaign.
Commander, scans indicate additional contacts approaching Strike One's position.
Moving out.
Rest in peace, Niablos. I feel like this is fine. I have a feeling that setting this van on fire might come in handy later.
Okay. Contact.
Cubrid mi flanco.
They have unlimited rockets. I don't know how this works. I kind of don't have any soldiers anymore. One's dead, one's panicked.
Con la velocidad de la muerte. Corriendo, aquí vienen.
Oh my god, there's so much Exalt. That one has a rocket launcher? Uh-oh.
Going in for the kill. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
We think about starting the first step of a panic. That's probably fine.
Run him down.
The thing you have to understand is, one, they can't attack me. Please ignore evidence to the contrary. And two, Close Combat Specialist is a very good perk.
¡Vamos! Ubicación confirmada. Te veo en el infierno.
Alright, we kill the ones with rocket launchers.
Moving there now, sir.
Enemy communications are down. That should keep Exalt busy for a while.
I don't think anything here grenades me if I go to this tile. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Seems like I've been wrong before. Oh my god, they're all on 1 HP!
That thing's gonna blow. No caído. No caído.
Llegan aliens por los lados.
What world does an alien grenade deal 11 damage? Probably the enemy has mayhem, which adds damage to grenades.
Blanco fallado. No longer a threat. Watch the flanks.
Ooh!
That one's dead.
Kill for the covert operative? Not bad. Still panicking? Cool. How are we doing? 5, 11, 14, 19. I've killed 6 of them. So I guess the answer is we're not doing great.
Heading to that location.
Oh god.
Enemy target eliminated. Flamethrower engaged. Losing control of the situation!
A toda leche.
I don't love this.
Andando. Adelante.
My assaults being low level is material here.
Moving out. Position confirmed.
I have discovered the Exalt base, so I can
Heading there now.
wipe them out at some point. Are Goliaths good?
He's down.
They're actually, like, theoretically one of the strongest scaling things in the game. The question is, how do you make them scale like that? Because they're not so great before they get to that point.
Moving out.
Yellow areas are the tornado tower radius. Exactly. Bring them on! Yes!
Running dry.
We've disrupted the enemy communications network. It'll take some time for them to get it running again.
Okay, inside.
Hey, I got one more hack.
encoder security command.
Oh, I forgot about
Get
that.
moving or they'll know exactly where to find the transmitter.
Maybe it's okay. It doesn't actually, like, make me fail the mission for them to get that hack. I thought that was shooting a rocket. If another player controlled Exalt, would we be able to win these missions? I think in general, if another player controlled the aliens, you would lose every mission.
Baja confirmada.
Isangi! I'm assuming the other player plays
Commander, there's another
correctly.
group of hostiles closing on strike
That
one.
feels like kind of a boring question if you don't assume that.
Voy.
Headed there now.
Alright, we're gonna have to get the pistol out.
Heading for that location. Dead and gone.
That should throw them off. It will take Exalt's people some time to get their communications back up and running.
That was my last hack. So from now on, they actually have bullets. Well, we get one turn without, but yeah.
Moving. Kill confirmed. Out of ammo here. Moving.
I just, like, haven't gotten a crit yet this mission.
I'm rolling.
It feels like it would be better
Let's do this.
if I got those sometimes. Oh! An entire extra soldier. Hi, welcome to the party. Okay. You were just panicked for 3 turns? That's cool. That's nice.
Heading there now.
Didn't actually need you. I am out of flamethrowers. Also pretty neat.
Almost out of ammo. Confirmed. Run them down. Orders confirmed. On the move.
God, it has so much health. Like, never kill that.
marcha.
Oh my god! Everybody who reloads is a problem. Every single one of them has reloaded. Why hasn't this combat specialist gone off this turn?
X-rays coming in from the side.
You steadied. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. Steady is good. Do I get to autopsy these guys? I don't know.
Tengo que empezar a llevar la cuenta. Munición en las últimas.
Maybe right now.
Asunto resuelto.
So, we have 12 active enemies. There's one out here who may have reloaded, we don't know. This one's panicked and unloaded. This one's steadied, so didn't reload. So right here, this is the only actual threat, I think. Alright, so we have to kill that. Then over here. Both of these reloaded. You steadied. You're a danger, you're a danger. Over here, you're actually not dangerous. One up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or one more? One more I don't see. I feel like they're there. No? Oh, they're over here. They dropped in. Forgot. Okay. Also, you, while you are in a hack zone, did not reload, so you're not actually dangerous. Okay. Let's begin. I think this turn's kind of mandatory. Kill that. Reload.
I'm out of ammo. Holding cover position.
Yikes. Okay, we are relying on a lot of close combat specialist things to go right. I sure wish you had bullets left.
On the move.
How do they have elite operatives if I've been killing them all every month? That is actually kind of a reasonable question. Yeah. That would have been a nice crit. What's going on with you? You have a laser rifle? A laser pistol, rather. You don't have a single attack? I guess you can shoot at this, and that's kind of it. And then reload.
Moving out.
The juice of the enemies, definitely over here. So everybody who can go help, can go help.
Voy hacia allá.
I don't think that's dying, ever. but this can. Yeah. Alright, you're on 2 HP.
I'm on the move.
Maybe you don't try to fight everybody at once. Thank you! Actually got a kill. Damn. Lightning reflexes. Tactical sense.
X-ray neutralized.
Oh wait. Not threatening, not threatening. These ones are threatening, not threatening. This one's threatening. I think this is the only one that ends up being actually a thing this turn. And I don't see anything I can do about it. It does have lightning reflexes as well.
A ello voy. Aquí necesito munición.
And then there's like, oh, I see them now. That did reload. Okay. Maybe here? How do I see it? You? We're like healthy enough for it to be fine, I think.
Good to go.
I believe after this turn... I'm sorry, does it say I have like a 70% crit chance or am I hallucinating? Another one?
Des wins. Time to double.
3 covert operative kills? I think after this turn another wave of drop-ins happens. So like, yeah. Okay. T-Paris has killed 3.
Reloaded.
Panicked. I didn't see a reload there.
It looks like this is the last of the hostile reinforcements, Commander. We just need to hold out a little longer.
Maybe it's time to kill Exalt. Feels like it. Can I evac from these? Like if I want to? If I evac, I lose a bunch of armor and shit. This didn't reload. I don't understand what you're doing, to be honest. Did you shoot me? And that ran away. Okay. So you're panicked, you reloaded. Mech can take damage, though. That's fine. Does this thing just not care? I think I have to reload.
Cargada y lista.
Why weren't most/all of them shooting earlier? The covert operative can disrupt Exalt comrades. I've been hacking them to unload all their weapons.
Gas running low.
Basically, my out here is the enemies being stupid. Which is a thing they are.
On the move. Look sharp. Enemies rolling up.
Motherfucker.
Position confirmed.
Oh, imagine if, like, once in my life I dealt excess damage on an attack. So 76 to deal 10. I think we just have to take it at this point.
X-ray neutralized.
Whew.
Roger that, sir. Hostile pacified.
Is that 4 kills? I think that's 4 kills.
Heading out.
Alright. Oh, you are the last person. Well, that doesn't fill me with joy. Alright, let's see what happens. Why?
He's dead.
Why?
They're moving around the side. Taken care of. Got no ammo.
Yay! They didn't crit me. Huge. They have 9 left.
That's affirmative.
What? Not what I wanted to do. That was a left click. Sometimes if you left click one tile, you'll give a move command in this game somehow. Alright, 2 dead.
On my way.
It just feels like if they are flanked, it should crit them.
Aye, aye.
5 kills?
Ammo.
Heavy sigh. Heavy sigh.
On it. Nailed it. Sucking ammo fast.
Okay. You are just refusing to ever reload. I also have no bullets. Down to 6 enemies.
I'm on it, Commander. Locked and loaded.
Yay!
Out of the game.
5.
Out of rounds.
Well, I have to reload.
They're flanking my
flank.
position.
That one still won't reload. Exalt is so dumb. It's so embarrassing that this many soldiers died. Look at how dumb they are.
Moving to position.
Okay.
Ammo nearing depletion.
Just minimum damage roll every time, no problem. We have 4 left.
I'm on it, Commander. X-ray down. Burning through ammo fast.
3 left. Wait, where are they?
Getting it done. Back online. Heading there now. Ready to engage.
That's affirmative.
You're like here?
Affirmative.
I want to be visible to the other people.
He's down.
2 left. There's one here and there's one somewhere. Not sure where.
Si, señor.
Put you here. Exalt missions have gone. Oh, I forgot about you. Wow, you haven't reloaded yet. Absolutely forgot about that one. Yeah, the Exalt missions have definitely gone worse than previous campaigns. They have gone kind of like horrendously.
Location.
I actually kind of wonder if I am like missing a mod or something.
I'm out of ammo.
Okay, where's my covert operative? Gotta do it.
Moving at the speed of death. Got it. Moving. Bye-bye.
It might be that I don't have as many mechs. I actually think it is probably that I'm missing a mod.
Corro a posición de tiro. En marcha.
What mod? I think if I knew, I wouldn't be missing.
Blanco.
Moving to firing position. Got it. Moving.
Excellent work out there, Commander. Exalt's forces in the area have been eliminated and the transmitter is secure.
There sure were 33 enemies. Is it the why do you get to throw grenades mod? I feel like there's a mod which like does a variety of bug fixes for 1.0 which changed that sort of behavior. Hey, there's good news. The good news is I have some assaults to turn into marauders. I needed those. Rest in peace, Serpy boy.
Exalt intel decryption complete.
Our mech trooper is ready. We should build a cybersuit as soon as possible in a cybernetics lab.
Probably correct to just cancel this Titan armor. 3 days? Yeah, I think so. So, the way that you make mechs in this game gets soldiers who are wounded back in action.
We'll consult with Dr. Varland for the requisite amputations.
So we're going to do that.
Installing the cybersuit interfaces as soon as possible.
Need 3 more melds to do the next one. I have $969. And all my soldiers are dead. Weird. It's not like all of my soldiers are dead. I took some assault deaths. You're definitely one of those filthy cheaters with fix Exalt using grenades and rockets enabled. Yeah, I don't have that enabled, ever. I have never downloaded that one. Yeah, main bruv. But maybe I had, like, some sort of bug fix package which included that or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's been fine. We're still doing okay. Is everybody dead? Yes. I already have a ton of rookies. At this point in the campaign, you mostly get new soldiers from council requests giving you corporals. Don't really have to worry about rookies as much. So we can scan for Exalt on the 24th. Alternately, I could just get ready to go kill their base, and then I wouldn't have to do those missions anymore. Might be better. Although, like, how much money was that? Like $250, 30 weapon fragments, 30 meld or something like that? Do I want to trade 3 assaults for that much stuff right now? Almost. It's not that bad of an outcome.
Engaging bogey.
Satellite assist.
Closing on target.
Okay. Got ourselves a crash-landed raider. This is the barracks right now. We do have 36 hours, so we can wait 22 for K-Action J. Feels like the thing to do. Did I lose a scout officer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of them. 5 should be enough. Like 5 is usually what I have. Just want to make sure I'm sending one on every mission because we need Stay Frosty for the team. Okay, so we're just going to wait for 22 hours and then see where we are at. Also, I should build more of these. Hello, Bongans! Thanks for that 9 months. Connect size ready for tier 2. I'm going Science Spire on Rocketeers. Definitely want to get Psy Panic on Rocketeers as quickly as possible. Nice thing to have for later. Mechtoid autopsy is done. Oh, that is so much text. And there's a scroll bar. As it appears that the sectoid creature within this mechanized armor is of the same biological makeup we had seen previously, most of our efforts were spent disassembling and analyzing the inner workings of the armor itself, in close collaboration with Dr. Shen's team, of course. As our soldiers quickly discovered in the field, the suit is equipped with 2 substantially larger and more powerful plasma weapons when compared with the standard sectoid equipment. The armor itself provides a great deal of protection to the operator, while also maintaining an impressive degree of mobility. The suit is capable of climbing over rough terrain and seems to have no trouble even with staircases and other obstacles, as it is also maneuverable enough to operate confidently in enclosed spaces. One of the more interesting discoveries we made while examining the subject is that the suit's armor plating appears to interfere to some degree with the sectoid pilot's unique mental capabilities. I can assume that this was an unintended consequence of the additional armor plating. The alien sacrificed what would appear to be an extremely powerful ability as a trade-off for an increase in sheer combat power. However, it should be noted that the aliens seem to have offset this potential disadvantage by implementing a new technology. A small module located within the armor's core appears to serve as a sort of amplifier for these telepathic abilities. When targeted by an allied unit, rather than linking the two, the amplifier seems to take this power and use it to form a sort of shield around the suit. Our troops should be wary of this capability, as the suit is already quite formidable without the additional shielding in place. It does have one weakness: its large size. God, the scroll bar is so bad. Its large size renders reaction fire against it more accurate. Okay. We can build tactical sensors. I don't remember what that is. Advanced servometers. This is a nice project. It does require a lot of meld, if I remember right, but it's like +3 mobility for mechs or something, which is good. The size screen. Psionic device that absorbs a measure of incoming damage to the soldier. Hype. Yeah. I have to decide what I'm doing next. Chrysalid autopsy time, maybe?
Based on what we've seen in the field so far, including several grotesque...
If I'm out of officers, do I just promote a random infantry to officer that one mission?
We've taken to calling this specimen
often, yeah.
Chrysalid.
I will often have just a random extra soldier who has the officer trait for Stay Frosty. Were the excess assaults actually going to go on any missions after Exalt is done with? Not like ton. We are definitely getting toward the end of the relevance of assaults as a class. When we had flying suits, they kind of really stopped mattering. Cool. What does that mean? I don't know. All right, let's just do this. One gunner. We are. Oh, okay, I see. Well, we have a Master Sergeant infantry. That's a soldier. Gator Gulf, our 11 mobility sniper. I do have a gunnery sergeant engineer. Bring a 6-Hawk as well. Bring a Rocketeer. Do I have a Pathfinder yet? How far am I from having a Pathfinder? Actually, quite a long way. Maybe no mech here. Could wait 5 hours for a medic. Kind of like a soldier who can shoot a gun. Could make a new infantry. I could make an 8th sniper. Let's do it. I think somebody gave a good bribe last night. Let me go find it. Morsus will be a scout sniper. Oh, I thought that was a corporal already. That was just a specialist. Okay, well, you will be a specialist sniper then. Have fun! Do I still have the Stratlayer barracks overlay from the MechCrash 2017 campaign? I think the code is on a hard drive somewhere. I'm not sure it would, like, run. And I'm not sure which hard drive. Action J does have like 97 aim, so I don't know. That's one soldier who can shoot. Glad you liked it, Rainbow Monk. Let's bring a shadow device. Decent level up. You even get 11 mobility. Is that even a thing you can have? I thought you could only have 12 at worst. Are there just soldiers with 11 mobility? That's rough. Damn. Okay. Should be alright. Feels like we've kind of gone backwards a month in terms of team strength. But where we were a month ago should still be enough to beat a crashed raider. How much mobility do I have? Oh god.
Get ready to deploy. Our AO is within the
8,
continental
maybe?
United
Like,
States.
that's generous.
It looks like the aliens went down in a sparsely populated area. If there are civilians in the area, I hope they stay clear.
Operation Blinding Moon. It's pretty good. Is it? It wasn't intended to be.
Central, this is Big Sky.
These dudes are highly trained soldiers.
Copy, Big Sky.
Okay, maybe like 5 then.
The breach.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Moving.
Very nearly began the mission by pulling the outsiders.
I'm on it, Commander.
Okay.
10-4.
Tout de suite.
Surveillance de la zone.
Wait. Where are they? There? There? There. Okay, so I was actually never going to pull them. I could even go pick up the meld, looks like.
Roger, will call. Visual on the goods.
Moving out.
Every 5 meld I get
Roger, Dodger.
is a bit closer to building all the stuff I need in late game. We need flying suits, which are meld. Titan armor takes a little bit of meld.
Scanners up and running.
And the biggest thing is more mechs. Oh, that is double mechtoid. Huh. Well, I just got vital point targeting against them.
Moving.
I also have a shadow device.
Location confirmed.
Should be able to kill them.
10-4.
I was actually thinking I could probably kill them before I realized I had a shadow device. With the shadow device, it feels easy.
Tout de suite. Moving out.
Already there.
I'm on it, sir.
Can't even take a bullet to the face without dying.
Moving there now, sir. Got the goods.
I don't think many enemies have shot bullets at us this campaign.
Balayage en cours.
That's affirmative. Double time.
Copy that.
far away.
Affirmative.
I'm on the move.
Moving.
Rolling in.
Roger. I've got my eyes on. Eyes on the prize.
Pot of 4 means... I mean, it's just going to be 3 pots of 4, presumably. Could be a pot of 4 and a pot of 5.
Moving there now, sir.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I have 2 snipers, but only one of them has disabling shot.
Going hot. Let's soften him up. Target acquired.
And I forgot that mechtoids do that. However, it makes sense to let harvest missions complete. I have only stopped 1 harvest mission from completing in the entire game. I have let all of the other ones complete. Maybe... Ooh, probably I can save the shadow device here. Kinda shoot hard.
X-ray down.
Oh, I got vital point targeting. Right. Huge.
Heading there now.
Moving out.
We're going to be stopping harvests from now on. Maybe? It's more of a decide every time thing than a make up your mind way in advance thing. Can't believe your daughter would do that to you, Workshops. I'm sorry to hear it. Rubber ducks everywhere. Gosh, can't imagine. You encouraged it? Oh,
Locked and loaded.
an adult delinquent. I didn't pick you for it. Oh, okay. I guess I found the last pod. Wait, no, there'll be 2 pods. It's not enough enemies, just that. Well, I don't know. Do we run away from them? Kinda weird. If I walk through here, I assume that I see some outsiders. I did get a meld ping, though.
D'accord. Balayage en cours.
Heading to that location.
Moving out. Ready to engage.
Okay. I'm looking for melt.
On my way.
If the mutons show up, they show up.
Roger that.
Haven't heard anybody else. Which means the last pod might be Seekers.
Start the motor.
Usually a safe guess when you're not hearing much. That is very... Would you like to shoot a rocket at us, isn't it?
That's affirmative.
I'm on it, Commander.
I'm rolling.
On my way.
Roger. Tracking.
Maybe Crash Raiders can have only 8 enemies. I don't think so.
Heading to that location.
Doesn't seem right.
Moving out.
Ah, yes. The worst pull anyone has ever executed. Very good. Now this rocket will scatter into the outsiders.
Rockets away.
Cow Utopia! Where'd the rest of the mutants go? What? Mutons don't deploy on Overwatch, I don't believe. Oh, they're just not here. Okay.
Moving.
I'm on it, Commander.
Heading to that location.
Heading out.
Solid copy. Je bouge.
It's been such a long time since I had a good chance to kill an engineer.
Smoke's in the air.
On Overwatch.
Roger that. Scout.
Got my eyes on. Ennemi repéré.
Oh? Oh. Oh, it's a big muton. Alright, so it's another 3 mutons. We are engaged in combat, it would appear. If I hit the outsiders, I hit the outsiders, I think. It's fine. Did the blood call activate them? That is a great question. I'm not sure how they activated. Wild to think that I used to,
Keeping him down.
like, always fight mutons like this. Can't remember the last time I actually was engaged in a fight. put smoke here. Just kind of feels like I always kill them by having perfect vision of them and then squad sighting them. Suppression has been much less of a constant in the campaign in the last while. Woo. 5. Ugh.
On the move.
Trying to pull back.
Move into position.
Okay, kind of running low on smokes.
Smoke's in the air.
Three mutons are active. Kind of have to hunker the infantry, who is one-shottable.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
It'd be good for their health to stand in smoke for so long. You want to do like a control group versus
We're green to go.
smoke study? I feel like the soldiers in smoke will probably have the longer life expectancy.
I'm on the move. Damn it. Could use some ammo over here. Okay. Gonna need to reload soon.
100?
Start
Big
keeping
number.
score. Rock and roll.
Moving. Nothing gets past me. Je garde l'œil ouvert.
Roger that. Scan.
Overwatching.
I guess I gave up on the meld, huh? Oh. As I hear it expire.
Moving to
Come
position.
back here and throw this.
Scanners up and running.
That is where I thought they were.
I'm rolling.
Roger that. Scanning.
I feel, Commander.
Welcome. Locked and loaded.
Okay. I'm on it.
I feel like sometimes enemies are pretty clever about like running around your flank.
I don't think we're alone out here.
I'm on the move. Back in.
What I actually think has happened is the pod has panicked.
Overwatching. Roger that.
They ran away for a bit, and now they're running toward me.
Starting to lose ground.
They're confused. Clearly.
I'm on the move. Nailed him. Headed there now. I see you, Commander. Overwatch. Overwatch.
Ooh, Second Spire.
What's making that
Should actually use that at some point. Did this one find cover? It did not. What an asshole. Holy shit. Where'd my new sniper go? Morsis. See if we can get a kill. Nice. Alright. The outsiders are there. Simplest way to kill them is like from here, presumably. Well, I don't have a shotgun.
5 sur 5.
I don't actually know if that's true in this case. A lot of my soldiers want to be kind of far away.
Headed there now.
Just put the ones who want to be close, and maybe leave one or two of the long-range soldiers over here.
There now.
Roger that. Headed there now.
I feel, Commander.
I'm overwatch.
Count the secret eye.
Heading there now.
It was just killed on Overwatch when it pulled. Be sure.
Okay, je bouge. Affirmative. Moving out.
On the move.
Yes, sir.
Roger Dodger. Moving.
Yeah.
That's affirmative.
Tout de suite. Let's do this.
On the move.
I'm on the move. Overwatch.
Double time. Moving to
It was a good
Overwatch.
little brawl. Definitely some fighting in there. I don't really want them to like come here. Well, on the other hand, that's a very easily removable cover. Maybe I'm okay with them going in there. Send the engineer first, since like basically wherever they go, a grenade's gonna be good.
Alien repéré. Ils me prennent à revers.
Huh. They have close combat specialist? It is important to check at this point in the campaign. Looks like we're good. Oh my god, I hit myself because I stepped out when I threw the grenade. Oh.
Heading there now.
Headed there now. That's affirmative.
If only that caused the entire squad to chain panic. Excuse me? Whose side are you on?
Affirmative.
+1 carbine, maybe?
Aye, aye. Sending
Ooh, I finished the improved arc thrower. 57%. Never before have I seen such a high number.
I hope this works, yeah.
Should have improved it more. Send it back.
On the move. Commander, the
operation was a success.
Good mission.
Everything by the numbers and not a scratch on them.
The game could just as easily not move the hitbox with the animation. That's why XCOM is so good. Yeah, it's just all the attention to detail that they paid, for sure. For sure. 100%. 100%. I have $1,000. Alien propulsion requires 20 alloys. 24-day research. Should probably do the other stuff first, yeah? Alright. Who teaches you about alien propulsion for like the research credit? Is it a heavy floater interrogation? I feel like I might be able to get a research credit for that. Think of it as another way to recruit mech soldiers. Speaking of which, let's augment another assault.
Once the required amputations have been completed, the engineering team will begin grafting the cybersuit interfaces onto the volunteers' remaining bone structure.
Am I feeling like $1,000? Feeling okay. Had orange chicken for lunch. Wondering if that was a good decision. Should eat a vegetable. What vegetable should I eat? I think I have some carrots ready to go. I have 71 mutons. US? US is relatively high panic, sure. I'll do it mostly for the panic defense.
Contact detected.
This is it. Yeah? This is the other harvest. Did the chicken not include broccoli? It had some carrots and onions, but like, not much. Oh, that's actually a harvester.
No joy here.
Contact detected.
Enemy is padlocked.
So it is a harvest mission, but it isn't a transport.
Heavy fire. Disengaging.
You ate 10 servings of cauliflower. Hell yeah. Love that. Love that for us. You showed up right before the Titan armor's done.
Contact detected.
I might let them have this one. I mean, it's not an inspiring barracks, and I'm right about to finish Titan armor. I think I could use the mission off. On the other hand, yeah, there are actually quite a few more missions this month too. It's the 20th. This is not their research. So the reason I know is that it was an unidentified UFO. And if it were a research, it would have been an abductor, which I already know about. This is a harvester, which is a harvest mission. Where are their resources at? Their resources reset to 50. Is that true? No. Their resources are at 12. Oh, these poor aliens. There's some rubber band thing that fixes their resources a little bit for them at the end of the month after they get this badly annihilated. I definitely could do the mission. Just leaves me a little understaffed for the rest of the month. I have 2 mechs actually. Maybe with 2 mechs we just do it. Wait 11 hours and send it? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Alright. It's definitely an 18 mission. Is that the other mech?
Contact detected.
Valkyrie. No. Pathfinder. Chrysalid Autopsy is not actually that close. The Aegis Armor is not that close either. Oh wait.
Contact detected.
If you heavily damage a harvest or research mission UFO, but don't down it, does it ever abort instead of landing? Fascinating question. I have done that very few times in my life, possibly zero. Because you can't really damage them until you have late game planes, and when you get late game planes, it's actually kind of easy to kill them. Yeah, I don't know. Pathfinder, Valkyrie, and Gunner Scout. I'm gonna have to exhaust a sniper. Let's take the best one. The extra wound time feels mostly irrelevant. Bring Gator Golf as well. Gunner, Scout, Sniper, Sniper, Pathfinder, Valkyrie. Could exhaust my infantry. And bring one engineer. Oh no. Okay. A higher level engineer? Sure. I do have one Aegis. No rockets. Might change that. We'll see how the squad looks. Could be over Gator Golf, probably. Fine. I wasn't impressed by danger zones. I think I'm just gonna go javelins. Especially with extra aim. Extra aim should make the javelins reliable. Alright, that means only one sniper. Have to be a little careful about being low on disabling shots and stuff like that. Alright, before I hit go here, let's update the harvest count to 2. Yeah, I'm actually gonna press launch mission. I'm gonna take a short break, stretch my legs, grab something to drink, maybe munch on a carrot. Be right back.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
Headshot. Turtle.
France is sending an urgent.
Oh no.
Track the UFO
How do you?
isolated location in the
Oh no.
We should move in and secure the
How do
site
you
before the aliens have time to regroup.
How do you make this not? Hold on. I need to, I guess, just completely mute my desktop audio for stream. This is a mission where the sound is bugged for some reason, and the ambient noise is just louder than it should be by a very large amount. So, we're going to play it silent. Right now my desktop audio is slightly louder than my voice usually is. It's about the same volume as my voice usually is. You want to hear it? It's not too bad. It's pretty bad. What if I just turn it down a bit? A bit more. All right. We can do it like this, if this is what you want. It does mean that my soldiers' voices will be more quiet. So, I don't actually know if harvesters and abductors have like meaningful differences in how they look. This is a really cool map. It's snowy, the UFO's coming this way, everything's like bashed down and on fire. You have this big open space where you can do some fighting at the start, and then eventually you get to move into the UFO. I like threw the scanner and then couldn't see any enemies, and I was actually confused. I do not have any in the zone on this mission. Shall I like, I mean, I guess I can try to change it every time that we get combat music. Be such a pain in the ass. Yeah, sectoids aren't bad.
Heading to that location.
Although they're a bit scarier than they were. I think we've reached a point where they like have started leveling up and getting a bit more damage and stuff.
Approaching target now.
Don't see another pod yet, which is good. This is a mission which can be trapped, actually. Wait, is that true? Harvest? Can harvest missions be trapped? To the wiki? I'm not sure. Bold of me to assume the combat music turn off. True. Somewhat true. We have a seeker pod. Envision-ish. We hear stompy feet. We hear chrysalids. Does chrysalids mean it is trapped? Hold on. Just a sec. I'm going to read up on this. So we are looking at a harvester. A large UFO harvester. Aliens. It's 18 to 25 on a landing. But it's 38 to 45 on a trap. And the missions hunt. Trap. Research missions can be trapped. Okay. Hunt. Harvest missions can be trapped. I think this is trapped. So if it is trapped, we are looking at 38 to 45 enemies in 4 soldier pods and 2 terror pods. Plus 1 soldier pod. So 5 soldier pods, 2 terror pods, 38 total enemies. That may keep us pretty busy. I'm saying this also calmly. Well, here's the thing. Lots of enemies, etc., sure. So far, 10 of them have been seen, and none of the 10 that have been seen are even remotely threatening. Maybe only 9, but like, same thing. Penalties for abandoning / ignoring trap missions the same as for normal missions. Yeah, correct.
Closing on target.
Heading to that location.
I've lost so many troops at this point that there is no more fear. Look, you can lose a lot of troops in a long war campaign without losing the campaign. That is the thing I have set out to prove, apparently.
Eyes on the target.
Reloaded.
Do we have mechs yet?
I've got a visual.
The answer is on your screen. Oh, the Seeker's pulled. That is a bug, probably? Not sure. More Stompy Feet. 4 Seekers. Well, one of them's over there. This feels like a bug.
Nothing's moving down there.
Come and get it. Did I finish vital point targeting and lids? I don't think I quite did. Impressive pull. Impressive hit points. It says 7% on lightning reflexes. What does that actually mean? It means that's a chance to hit the shot. So it would have been a 70%-ish chance to hit before the lightning reflexes applied. Piotr von Dawn.
Drinks are on me.
Like how the mech soldiers talk a bit like robots. Yeah, they have like a filter on their voice or something. Alright. That was just another nothing pod, really. Oh, I never turned the volume up.
On my way.
I'm on it, Commander.
Moving forward is a little spooky, because we could run into more enemies.
Affirmative.
But I think I'm getting better tiles by doing it.
Moving to position. Heading to that location.
Bangs out.
At least the car can't blow up. You say that so confidently.
There's something out there.
I wonder if that was the outsider pod ping. Can we get meld?
In motion.
I actually don't think this is trapped.
Es hora de correr.
I feel like there is no plausible way that I would be able to make these moves forward if it were trapped. So 4 soldier 3s. How many enemies? 18 to 25. Yeah, one more pod would make this a regular mission.
Affirmative, Commander.
Entirely month 3 enemies as well. Sectoids, Seekers, and Chrysalids. Barely even month 3. What does trapped entail? So it's like twice as many enemies. On this map, at least. And then it is also a change in how their AI operates, where they will run at you more aggressively. That's the thing that made me think it was trapped, because we saw, like, after I fought the sectoids, the Seekers ran at me and the lids ran at me. I wonder if maybe my sectoid pull activated hunt mode, actually, because they pulled back into Fog of War.
I'm on it, Commander.
I will never quite understand exactly what hunt mode is.
Je vais vers la position.
I think there might be a, like, mechtoid pod running at me right now. Also, I'm a bit concerned that there's an outsider pod in here.
We've got eyes on the AO.
Nope. Meld? Thoughts? It looks safe. It's only 4 outsiders in the command pod. Okay, what is that ping? Ooh, and I heard mutons? I hadn't heard mutons yet. It could be like a mechtoid plus muton pod, though. I don't know if that snapped to an enemy or if my game just lagged. Oh, my game's just lagging. Sneaky. Are we at trapped again then? I'm trying to understand. I think it can be this pod plus a pod with mutons and a mechtoid. But also it can still be trapped. The campaign where I don't understand statistics and can't tell if something's trapped or not. Actually, the first trapped mission of the campaign, I'm pretty sure I didn't know if it was trapped or not at the end of the mission, right? That's my memory of it.
He's dead.
Chance for the soldiers who don't get many kills to get some kills. Man. Man. There is one seeker in stealth a very long way away, so I guess I'm just stationary for a bit while we wait for that to show up. You should blame Twitch for uploads on YouTube being difficult, because it's their fault. I am good with standing still. I don't know. I gave up. Momentary combat music again? That is a mechtoid plus muton pod. Oh, there's a seeker somewhere. It would be extremely consistent with this not being trapped. If this were the last pod. 19 plus 5 is 24. That's in the normal landed UFO range. I think what happened is when the sectoids pulled backwards on turn 1, it activated hunt mode. Hunt mode activates when an alien pod is active but can't see you sometimes. And so I've just been playing a regular UFO with hunt mode active. Pods are spookier when trapped? No, not really. UFO being trapped doesn't really change the pod composition very much. The thing which does happen is that landed UFOs have slightly more advanced enemies. And every trapped UFO is a landed UFO. Oh, actually, you're already a Master Sergeant. I forgot about that. Did Twitch ask before deciding to limit VODs? No. Okay, I think it's just outsiders now. I assume the meld died. Did it? Haven't been listening very much. Yes, it did.
That's affirmative. It's killing time. Sir.
Poorly done of them. It is understandable that hosting lots of video is expensive. There are a lot of ways they could have improved not hosting as much video as they do. Like how they announced it and what tools they provided to like deal with that choice and stuff like that. They basically gave all content creators, not all content creators, a whole lot of content creators a very large amount of work. Because suddenly it became the content creator's job to host the video. Which leaves one to wonder, what does Twitch do? What's your job, Twitch? Who knows?
Unidentified target nearby. Heading to that location.
Twitch does serve advertisements. That is true. Does one have a hole in the roof? It does.
Got it. Moving. Affirmative. Es hora de correr. Target confirmed. On our way.
Dan Clancy, Twitch CEO, literally owns a town. Does he?
Approaching target now.
Nice Picars. They just ran ads on VODs. Would that solve the problem? They do, but a lot of the VODs aren't watched much. It does seem like they could use some sort of logic to be like, this VOD never gets viewed by anyone, so we're deleting it. But they didn't do that. I don't know. That seems like one of somewhere in the vicinity of 700 better ways they could have done it. You hate the story mission on this map. There's a story mission on this map? I had no idea. Wait, where are the enemies? Whoops. That was my last scanner. That's the way they did it? They announced that channels with more than 100 hours of highlighted VODs would start having those highlighted VODs deleted down to only 100 hours. It didn't say how they would delete them. They made it so in the meanwhile, if you have more than 100 hours of highlighted VODs, you cannot highlight new VODs until you get under 100, which means that people who were using highlighting VODs as part of their workflow for putting things on YouTube or something like that can't do it anymore. Which is why my YouTube uploads are slow right now. What else did they do? Oh, and they didn't like provide any like tools or interface to sort through your VODs, really. The stuff they have available to manage your VODs is very bad. They did not give an option to pay for more storage. No, that would have been another way to do it that would have been better. I would pay for, like, I don't know how much it costs, but I would pay some amount to be able to continue storing these 6,000 hours of highlights that I have on Twitch, instead of having to deal with deleting them all.
Location confirmed. Oliva. Orders confirmed. On the move. Double time it.
It's also, like, for me, probably cheaper to pay to keep the highlights than it is to do the work required to save them in some other way. Like, that's a lot of work they have just kind of randomly decided I have to do.
On your order.
Jarvis said to ask why he was a soldier in the army. 'Cause he raided the stream one day. And people who do nice things for me get soldiers. This is the one where we have to stop the aliens from killing people in pods. Huh. Alright, 1, 2. I see 3, 4. It's just 4, right? I think that's it.
Solid copy. In motion. I have movement.
Really? Thanks, line of sight. Okay. I mean, they're outsiders. It's late game. It's not that big a deal. Certainly not how I was planning to get the pull, though. One of them's kind of large. Mechs are very good at playing hide and seek.
Heading out.
Headed there now.
I'm thinking maybe we just put everyone here and then see what happens. Seems vaguely fine. If you buy me pizza, you could get a soldier.
Closing on target.
On the move.
Maybe? Yeah, the reason line of sight's so weird for mechs and the like... is that they don't lean out.
What the hell was that?
I wonder where they all went. 1, 2, 3? Alright, they're all there. The game is somewhat reliant on soldiers leaning out around cover to not be seen. If you put a soldier behind a tree yourself, your soldier behind the tree will actually be pretty close to invisible too. Like, as long as you don't actually stand up to the tree. Like, if I have a soldier standing here and not actually standing on the tree, it actually is very hard for enemies over here to see it. In the same way that a mechnoid standing there is very hard to see. The thing is, mechnoids can also stand right next to the tree and not take cover on it, which makes it even harder to see them. Because if you put a regular soldier here, they will take cover, and that counts them as being on the tile to the left and the tile to the right of them as well, for line of sight purposes. Makes it much easier for people up this way to see. Alright, one there. I have no idea where they are. Maybe there? Maybe there, but probably that's just end of my movement range. Yeah. So probably they came out here. 1, 2. Yeah. Outsiders like to do that in this kind of situation. Which means this one's all alone. Might be on Overwatch, though. They like to go outside. Yeah, I guess. They have so few opportunities to do the thing they are named for. Oh, hi. I assume this is just going inside and taking that path to do it. Wow, what a choice. That should have close combat specialist, no? Sure does. It has damage control. Okay. I like to get in these corners. Man, I don't know where it went. There's one there still. We got the big one, Dud. Okay, look. The mechs will just overwatch. That makes sense. Ow. Generated 6 health.
J'y vais tout de suite. J'envoie.
Hostile neutralized.
And the last one's still just standing there. Pathfinder can kill it next turn. But lo and behold, thanks for the 70 months. Butts to you as well. I've been streaming XCOM on this channel for a long time. What? What? How? There's just something wrong with this tile. The enemy wasn't even ever there. Okay. Well, interesting moment to find that out. That was kind of scary.
Affirmative.
Failure. Kind of a nothing mission in the end.
Mission accomplished.
Ended up being a bunch of very easy pots. Outsider pull was awkward, but yeah, didn't do anything. Have I played the Discord clicker game for the customization option? I don't know what that is. Miablis! Hello. Bad news. I'm doing fine. 91 alloys is good. Oh yeah, I'm also dead. That's a good point. That's fair.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
A lot of meld on that mission, huh? Advanced servos are 70 meld. Shaped armor is 40 meld. These are the two big mech upgrades that I can do probably next. Because, I mean, I have 7 mech pilots now. 3.5 pursuit? I should get like 2 more. I should get 3 more. I need another 300 meld. Anyone have 300 meld? How far are we away from Gauss? Plasma weapons. If I want to go for them, I can go for them. I was thinking about going for flying suits next, though. I think that... Like, plasma weapons don't deal that much more damage than Gauss weapons because they lose 1 ammo per clip. And the ammo per clip is actually pretty substantial. I think I should interrogate a Thin Man next to get regen biofield on some soldiers. Even after years of research and study, until now I had never encountered something that is quite as beautiful, yet equally as deadly, as this species. Unlike the other aliens we've encountered thus far, it is arthropodal in nature, plated in a sleek black exoskeleton. The chrysalids, as we're calling them, based on their reproductive habits, measure over 3 meters long from nose to tail, and stand almost 2 meters high when perched on their hind legs. Their attack is not only extremely deadly, but also necessary for their reproduction, as the intended victim is not immediately killed, but instead turned into what can only be described as a mindless shell, akin to a zombie, which serves as host to its offspring. When a human is bitten, an embryo is injected into the host and immediately begins to gestate. Once gestation is complete, which remarkably lasts only minutes, a newborn chrysalid will emerge, destroying its host in the process. We can only theorize as to why the aliens would utilize what appears to be a savage, unpredictable creature. In any case, this is certainly not a creature to be trifled with, and our troops would do well to exercise extreme caution when engaging this species. Targeting another example in the field through the unit analysis view may provide additional information as to its combat capabilities. One final note, which may be of particular interest in regards to our own genetic enhancement to work, we have finally managed to isolate the chrysalid exoskeleton's regenerative capabilities. It is my hope that we can use this discovery to enhance our soldiers' own healing. Wound recovery time is reduced, stacks with advanced surgery, and unit regenerates 2 HP every turn, up to max HP without armor. Cool. So now we have the Harvester and the Transport, both available for research. I could grab those for next month to get more alloys and delirium from them. It's alloys and delirium, I think. It also kind of feels unnecessary, though. I think I'd rather just have the other stuff 4 days faster. If I want flying suits, I click on this one. If I want plasma weapons, obviously I click on the plasma weapons one. I wanted regen biofield on some soldiers first, though, I guess, so we'll interrogate a Thin Man. The aliens I still need to capture. Ethereal is the big one for, like, winning the game. Actually, take a look. I have Sectoid, Thin Man, Floater, Muton, Berserker, Sectoid Commander, Heavy Floater, Muton Elite. It's actually only Ethereal. I've captured every other one. I have not met an Ethereal yet, no. We're getting to the stage in the campaign where I think they start showing up, though. Hold on. When do you find Ethereals? Aliens, life forms. Heavy Floater, Muton Elite, Sectopod. Still haven't found a Sectopod yet. Ethereals. Appears Terror Pod 308 research in normal pods 336. Sectopods appear in pteropods at 280. I think I already hit 280. So I should see a sectopod very soon. And then ethereals are 2 weeks away from being able to spawn in pteropods specifically. Never came up in both the interrogation and autopsy that thin men were once snakes. Do they have a way for you to see your research? Archives. I thought it did. The subject's bones are segmented rather like the vertebrae of a serpent. Yeah? That might be all there is. -3 alien resources is a rough time to be an alien. Indeed. Also says it has toxic glands. There you go. Oh, we didn't even interrogate it yet.
Contact detected.
This is their research mission. Scout. I think I'm fine with fighting it. We could use the resources.
Contact detected.
We have eyes on the
Are the aliens in debt too?
We lost the bubble.
I don't think they get any research for it landing. I think it has to land and take off for them to get the 1 extra research. I'm not sure though. Why is this happening right now?
Contact detected.
Weird. I think that was a new bug. I don't think we've seen that bug this campaign. Kind of exciting, actually. Shadow Council will lead the mission. I could send a double Valkyrie. Feels like overkill now. Send 1. Not it has to do psi training. Don't know how Knotted made it this far without having that yet. Let's get Emlyn to next level of psi with 90 will. Feels worth. Gunner, Scout, Valkyrie, Engineer. I need a sniper. It's Casino. Need a Rocketeer, I guess. Hello. Be out of stutter guns. One more soldier, double Rocketeer. Bring Godolini. Huh? Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, I feel like this squad's not that good at shooting things, but it's like a small UFO, it's probably fine. Didn't Thomas die? I think that was the previous scout before Thomas, no? Or was it Thomas?
Prepare
Even if it's trapped, like, it's just 4 pods.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. The UFO we detected landed in a remote area well away from any civilian population. We should expect hostile activity surrounding the crash site.
I have 2 medics. Thank you very much.
HQ, this is Big Sky. We are in position and awaiting further orders.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Alright, we are... This is the hell. Actually a decent amount of space over there, and then like most of the map is there. Somewhat small map though.
Moving out.
It is close to a 50% chance to be trapped, I think, at this point. Like 35, maybe?
Location confirmed. Système engagé. On the move. On the move. Running.
I'm on the move.
I'm on it. Je bouge. On va mieux voir la zone.
I don't think trapped scouts have this much empty space.
Scanning.
Seems a while since I've lost a soldier. I lost 3 earlier this stream. Okay, it's probably 2 pods. And one of them's a seeker pod. Why? Why always like this? Is it trapped? What? Is there a cyber disk in the seeker pod? I would love meld if I can have meld. It's just I heard
Headed there now.
possibly with the seekers 2 more pods.
We've got
Probably it's just a cyber disk with mutons. That seems like it's a thing that's happening now. Actually, a muton elite. Okay, there's no cyber disk. So, hold on. Let me work out what's going on. We have a landed scout. If scouts have landed, they have 9 to 11 enemies on them. Unless they are trapped, in which case I have 21 to 23. So maybe it's... I think that was 5 seekers, though. That makes 9. And I think it's impossible at... Maybe it was only 4 seekers. Basically, the 2 options are that it was only 4 seekers or that it's trapped.
moving out.
Headed there now.
Or that I'm wrong, again. I guess that is always an option we should keep in mind.
Je suis en chemin. Getting it done.
Getting it done.
Roger that.
Scanning tour. Roger. I've got my eyes on. Je suis sur mes gardes.
And man, they're just gonna stand there. My Rocketeers are kind of bad.
Got it covered.
Maybe we want to study.
On the move. J'y vais.
I think it's just 4 Seekers in the other pod, so there can only be 11 enemies max,
Headed there now.
unless it's trapped. And the pods can't be more than 1 apart in size. Wait, can you have a pod of 4, 3, and 5? Well, that would be 12 anyway. But you can't have a pod of 5, 4, and 2 to get to 11. The game doesn't let that happen.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Overwatch.
Did the JORBS soldier not have a son? No, I'm dead. Also, I don't even remember why I had a soldier to begin with. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is trapped. Oh, this is trapped. No? It must be. That was so many enemies. 6 seekers. I feel like somebody suggested that I could have a soldier, and then I indulged.
Firing rocket.
Just because it's trapped doesn't mean it's particularly dangerous. We'll see how it goes. Fuck.
X-ray neutralized.
I have to feed my cats.
Dead and gone.
Just a second. They didn't move. I have fed them. They're still asleep by my feet. Oh well. How far percentage-wise am I at the moment? Probably a little bit over 50% now, I think. It is a long game.
It's killing time. J'y vais. J'ouvre l'œil, commandant.
I don't think I can be 75%-ish when I don't even have a tier 3 psi. There's a base assault to do. Maybe like 60%. I just heard footsteps. Not from the feated pod that I saw earlier. Also, how does this pod have 4 enemies in it? Hello? But... I just said that the pods couldn't have enemy separation more than 2. Maybe base pod size is 5. And it can be plus or minus 1 from there.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
We're green to go.
Here they come.
Football? That is an entire offensive line. Whew, good rectal.
Target locked.
Good example of what I was telling you earlier about how, like, enemies can stand behind these trees and be invisible. Actually, where is it? Hold on. Yeah, it's there. Once they stop taking cover, it actually becomes pretty hard to see them.
Rockets away.
Looks like somebody brought a ghost grenade. It's bad for the people who aren't me.
Moving to position. No longer a threat. J'y vais tout de suite. Ennemi éliminé.
Okay. You are in charge of making everybody disappear. So I have one shot with you, and then I'm done. Oh wait.
Adjusting sights.
I guess the aliens kind of forgot about the XCOM squad. Doesn't look like that pulled. Is this what's left? It is. There's a seeker somewhere too. Man.
La cible verrouillée n'a subi aucun dégât.
Man.
Eat this.
Ooh, what if I walk forward into Cyberdisc here? I didn't yet. I guess there's still the step out, which could pull. Also, I could miss. Also, I could deal 4.
Je suis en route. He's down.
Okay, progress.
Rock and roll. Copy that.
Oh god.
X-rays spotted.
It's a good mission to have brought a rocket launcher with you. Where's my sniper? Huh, there is a tree in the way, apparently.
Say hello to my little priorities confirmed.
It's a couple of aliens.
Eat this. Les munitions vont neutraliser la cible.
Looks more like a polycule. Sure. This kind of feels like a spot where I should run the Overwatch. I want to use command though, and I can only move one tile. Very awkward. Somebody has to do something about the Overwatch though. From like back here? He's gonna shoot at me at any point? It's very hard to tell what moves are safe. Also, how do I like move out of vision of it, but also then be in vision of it? I got halfway through that sentence and then realized it didn't make any sense. I think this kills that? Okay. Wait, that's squad sight range? Oh. Oh, I was just fine the entire time.
Moving to position.
$92. Slightly afraid of that. If I miss, what happens? I suppress it? Hard to suppress it.
Bien, commandant. Je règle mon viseur. La munition.
Okay. Thinking we put chem on this.
Yes, Commander.
Oh shit, I'm flanking it. I didn't even realize that. Also, I can't reach it with chem. Okay, this was a bad move. You have to reload. I do kind of think I'm suppressing here. We'll see what they do. They have pretty big guns.
Position défensive par ici.
I have a mech they can shoot at though. Might help. Oh yeah, repairing the disc is going to confuse some of them. Can you miss 100%? Anything can happen in this game. That's what I would say. The disc decided to just leave. That is not a bad outcome of your turn. This is not a bad outcome of your turn. Actually, why did that run away? I did not realize that was a heavy floater. Okay, 2 panics. Yeah, I thought that was a regular floater. Go smoke grenade, yeah. Okay. Rockets? Been such a long time since I last shot a rocket.
Going hot. Target. Je me remue. Raté. J'ai besoin de munitions.
Rot-row.
Le tir n'a pas fait mouche.
Oh, yeah.
Cible détruite.
Somewhat high variance shot.
Moving.
The disc might leave us alone this turn, but also might not. I would really prefer my medic not die. Good vision.
Eyes open.
Alright, I don't see a cyber disc there. Oh no, not like this.
They're moving to flank. They're repositioning on flanks.
Not like this! Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Dead to 3 drones and a seeker. An inauspicious way to go, I gotta say. Didn't even get a bleed out.
Heading there now.
It was not the medic, it was a low-level gunner. Not the worst soldier loss of the campaign. Do find myself wondering where the cyber disc went.
Heading to that location. Down.
Ennemi à terre.
That's affirmative. Je règle mon viseur.
Okay,
Aye, aye, Commander.
there's still a cyber disk somewhere. But other than that, oh my god, there's a mutant somewhere too. Alright.
Je prends un nouveau chargeur.
Heavy floater grenade kinda messed things up a
Je
little.
m'en charge, commandant.
I'm gonna give them a Valkyrie they can shoot at, and everybody else is gonna hide.
Moving out.
Bien, commandant. J'ai rechargé.
Good to go.
Aliens are ruining
À couvert, par
Christmas.
ici. Tout de suite.
Good grief.
Overwatching. It's killing time.
Very inconsiderate of them.
Roger that. Scanning.
Hé, vous n'avez rien entendu? À côté.
Reasonable point that this was the one mission that I actually had the medkit and I got insta-killed from a 1 HP hit.
Head into that location.
Je suis en route.
Getting it done.
Heading to that location.
It would be so novel to know where the enemies were.
Man up and get back out there.
On peut y aller.
On my way.
I guess I do know where the mutant is, huh?
Je vous couvre. Pas de soucis, je suis sur mes gardes.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Eyes peeled, Commander. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Uh-huh.
Tir manqué.
Oh, I'm not sure I want you to be in vision of it. It should shoot the mech, maybe? Maybe it's double moved to get here? I don't know. It's landed. It's gonna grenade. How many people does this kill? Oh, it grenaded only the mech. Okay. The rest of my team was out of range of the grenade. With where it moved, I can't actually see almost anyone. Okay, makes sense.
Je suis en route.
Hey, it's the evac zone. I've worked my way back to it.
Je suis presque à sec.
That's affirmative. Bye-bye. Headed there now.
On my way.
Oops.
On my way. Roger that. Scanning.
I'm ready. Copy that.
There's a 1 HP mutant somewhere.
On the move. On the move.
Last seen over here. I wouldn't, like, hate an alien rifle capture.
C'est parti.
Moving out.
Je vous couvre. Je prends un nouveau chargeur.
Eyes peeled.
I've never been a RuneScape
Quoi
player.
ce bruit?
I bet there was some moment in my life where I could have gotten very into that game, though.
J'y vais. Position défensive par ici.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
Roger that. Moving to Overwatch.
Oh, hi. I think that was a dash. There is one outsider remaining. Was that? No, that's the second trapped scout I've done. I have plenty of opportunities for trapped scouts with how I'm playing. But mostly have been easier than this. XCOM has a reputation for brutal RNG. Is it actually brutal, or does it just feel like that? I think if it feels brutal, it is brutal. I think that's what brutal means.
Already there.
Back in.
Probably. People do have an expectation that 80% should hit 100% of the time. But I think the biggest thing is, or the bigger thing, is missing an 80% can, like, have severe consequence in this game.
Got it covered.
Which is kind of brutal.
Scanning.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I feel like if you give an outsider an uncovered soldier to shoot at, it always wants to try to shoot at the soldier. I was wrong. Decided to go there. Is that big enough to have close combat specialist? Yes. And opportunist. Oh, I can't be crit though. Get owned, GG. Just needed to be out of the scatter zone of the rocket.
Going hot.
For aliens, losing aliens is a minor inconvenience. I don't know. Some of those aliens are like one day away from retirement. It's hard for them to feel good about it.
I'm on the move. Damn it. Enemy is still alive.
On my way.
Little bit of a trapped UFO.
Chalk up another one.
People get very incensed that you can be right next to an enemy and not have a 100% chance to hit them. Seven missions on Sergeant Kleindome. Rest in peace. Yeah, they should have gone in the zone there. I was actually a pretty solid soldier. One meld? One meld. Ugh. Reaching a point where the other resources we're getting don't matter very much. A singular meld. It's worse that your rifle barrel can be inside the enemy and not have 100% crit chance. I can't believe the game has done this to you. Alright, there's like nothing to do other than keep scanning, I think. Get penetrator weapons at some point. Get this at some point. I suddenly have 156 alloys. This kind of came out of nowhere. I do actually want more Titan armors. I want at least 2 more. Okay. Let's build more of those. Eight meld? Ugh. Ugh. Tata, thanks for the 6 months. Appreciate it. Laser weaponry research credit is earned. Capturing one of the invader's infiltration specialists has proven both illuminating and disturbing. Although at first glance, they closely resemble the human form and are trained to communicate in a variety of terrestrial languages, this specimen is far from human. We had assumed its role as an infiltration unit would preclude us from gaining anything of value during our interrogation. However, as it turns out, the captive was surprisingly pliable once we began the procedure. Aside from his primary role as a reconnaissance and infiltration specialist, the Thin Man also proved to be quite familiar with the alien's energy management systems. The information gained from this interrogation is of crucial importance. Cool. I wonder if I have ever in my life... Yeah, actually I have. I was going to say I've probably never done that before laser research, but every time you skip laser research, you kind of don't do laser research until pretty late. And I've definitely played campaigns where I've skipped laser research. Alien propulsion. Feels like the thing to do. What's the research credit for propulsion? Let's take a look at the wiki real quick. I want research. I want propulsion, maybe? Floater interrogation gives aerospace alien propulsion credit. Oh. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Heavy floater doesn't, though. Okay. So we need to interrogate a floater, and this will bring alien propulsion down a lot. And I think we're doing that. Why would you go back for laser research if you skipped it? Make laser cannons for planes can be kind of nice in some situations. Get the laser rifle council request for corporals can be kind of nice. Some soldiers want to have a laser pistol late game sometimes. That can be kind of nice. Like, there aren't like huge reasons to do it, but it can be okay. It is true that one of the worst things about pulse lasers is that they just aren't as cool as the other options. Too bad. This is our 4th hunt of the month. Does research hurt the floater?
Bangs out.
I don't know.
Nearing strike range.
Okay. I got another UFO. How are the aliens doing? Research 297. Bonus is still negative. Resources minus 14. Alright. It's going great. Going great for the alien. Vacudius is back. This is probably a mission that's worth bringing a couple of lower level soldiers on. Maybe I could promote a new gunner? My gunners seem to keep dying. I like stabilized on engineers. My engineers have been doing well. I've got bonus research at -3 since the start of the month. They'll get into the positives at the start of January from the alien base ticking up. But yeah, tagging the UFOs stops their bonus research progression pretty well. You've been playing Terra Invicta. All right. You enjoying it? I have still not attempted a proper campaign. Now it needs to go through psi training. Rocketeer. New scout. Maybe get a 6th soldier for like the really easy missions, just to be an officer. Double rocketeer? Double gunner? I could use another gunner. I have 2 soldiers to name. Who's been bribing me today? When I get a soldier for 8th. That seems nice. You are a new scout. And into Navras. Muggle, hello. Have I played Monster Train? I have. I don't know who to give a soldier to. Does Arvius have a soldier yet? I don't think Arvius has a soldier yet. We gotta get Arvius a soldier. Arvius raided last night. Arvius really likes the Overwatch gunner build. Nah. Cowardice. My thing with Monster Train was there was too much calculation to do relative to how much help I got given. It just kind of felt not very fun to try to play seriously. Fun to like play casually though. Stuff like having to look up the composition of different fights just drained me. Seen problems with Belatra? Kind of. I think maybe it could be accurate to say that I felt like Monster Train had similar problems to Belatra, but not as bad. Definitely think Belatra's version of those problems is worse. Belatra more fun? I think Belatra is more fun if you have like, if you're just in click button mode. Okay, I agree with that. Ooh. Death robot. A number of people partially experience that with Spire. Yeah, Spire isn't perfect about that either.
The downed UFO is in a remote area outside a small town. If we can secure the crash site, We should be able to prevent any civilian casualties.
Operation Frozen Drink.
Big Sky has reached the outer marker. Approaching the crash site now. Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Affirmative, Big Sky. Strike 1 is free to engage hostile targets at the crash site.
Heading there now.
It isn't a good idea to mention Orb of Creation in this stream. You're asking for me to disappear into Orb of Creation for another 100 hours every time you do that.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Heading to that location.
Playing with serious fire.
Okay. Scanner in the air. Good to go.
Ooh. Oh, I got very close to playing that.
Incoming signal from battle scanner.
I think that is guaranteed to be the only pod.
Moving.
I sure hope we successfully kill it. That is a lot of sex toys. How often does auto-generated captions caption sectoid as sex toy on my stream?
Heading to that location.
On the move. Moving to Overwatch. Aye, aye.
No longer a threat.
No contact with target. Got him. Scorch the air.
Does anybody vaguely know how many plasma pistols I have captured? This really seems like a moment to try to capture
Moving to
more of
position.
those. When I said sex toy, a notification popped to say the stream was intended for certain audiences. Is that real? Is that really? Friendly fire. I guess there's a melt canister there? Or maybe one of the... Oh, it's because it hits my battle scanner. This game is, this game is something else. Excuse me? Oh, I need to do one more tile. I bet.
Got it covered.
I had no idea the battle scanner counted as friendly.
Heading there now.
She's a Rakita.
That's just dead, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I had all these ideas about what I was going to do after I shot that rocket, and then I realized it was hitting for 11. I don't have the arc thrower. Oh, well. I guess we won't be capturing these.
Back online.
Solid copy.
Yeah, because I didn't bring a high-level medic, or engineer rather.
Down.
Будет сделано.
So fast.
Этот готов. Рыка aus. Will do.
Headed there now. Ready to engage. Aye, aye, Commander. Ready to rock. I'm on it, Commander.
Ya voy.
Good.
On the move.
One enemy to kill and we're done. That was a nice and easy one.
Eyes on target.
Mit Vergnügen.
Is there an attempt to explain the pod mechanics in this game? Like, by the lore? I think they're just kind of never engaged with.
Target still up.
Heading to that location.
I suppose... Most of the time in vanilla there would not be this many enemies and stuff.
Another day, another...
Good, easy mission.
Excellent. Our troops returned without a scratch, and they managed to recover more of the alien meld substance.
Yeah, did they? That's kind of generous.
Contact detected.
Oh my. This is the third out of 3.5 possible scout missions for the month. It's over Australia and it's a scout, so I think I have to try to kill it with one intercept.
Engaging bogey.
Although it's a raider. Raiders stay for longer than small scouts. Still, I would like it to die. Okay. One meld. Feels bad. Feels bad. Are we sure it isn't Santa? 5 a.m. on the 24th? I don't think he has to start that early. I want to play some Spire. This has been some good XCOM.